Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Udachi and this is the beginning of our Japanese theme week. So what is the theme for this week? Well, I figure out of all of the countries that participated in World War II on either side, I don't think there's another country that changed more fundamentally after the war than Japan. So, for this week, our theme is starting anew. As the sakura, I think is how you pronounce it, or cherry blossoms to us, tell us that even after the darkest, coldest days comes new life. And with that, I feel like our theme week this week for Japan, starting anew, is appropriate. So let me know what you guys think about our theme week down in the comments below, and if you really enjoy it, maybe you'll be nice and hit that like button for me. And if you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for, go ahead and punch that subscribe button for me. Now, we're going to get down into this. Now, we already talked about the fundamentals that changed with Japan after the war. Namely, that their emperor basically ceased to exist after that. I mean, it took a little while, but with the new constitution that they wrote up, I believe in 1947, a lot of things changed. A lot of things changed. And now we know Japan to be one of our strongest allies in the world as far as United States is concerned. We have a pretty close relationship with Japan, especially with manufacturers in Japan. And I feel like the world is a better place with Japan on the good side. You know what I'm saying? Because there are some, like every country that participated in World War II fought ruthlessly. The men and women who died during World War II, like that, I hope will never ever be repeated. Like, it's insane to think about. Now that we're getting ready to get into a fight, we've got this Akatsuki here. We're going to go ahead. We initially mark him. We're not detected, so we don't need to rush the engagement. But as we start seeing people shooting at him, I'm like, okay, everybody's on the same page. Let's go ahead and get rid of this Akatsuki and start taking him out. Now, he turns towards us, so we're going to get detected anyway. We start opening fire. Now, the Udachi doesn't have a lot of hit points, but that first salvo, 3,500, knocking out his torp tubes. We did hit the Scharnhorst with our opening salvo of torpedoes. We get another 2,100 on the Akatsuki there. He's going to turn away, and I thought I was going to hit him here, but something goes wrong, and we actually missed him. I have no idea how, but it is unfortunate. Now, I'm not going to let him get away with that, okay? We managed to get out of this first engagement mostly unscathed. So we're going to turn back around and see if we can't re-engage him in his smoke screen. Looks like he may have actually beached himself, so we're going to try to sneak up in here. Now, fun fact, this guy is actually going to outspot me here, which is weird. Not going to lie. Does this mean he's not running concealment mod? Maybe he's running the guaranteed acquisition? But I don't know if you can run that at tier 6, can you? I don't remember. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting moment. Anyway. But yeah, with Japan's new, and it's one of the strongest economies in the world right now. Like, Japan's economy is absolutely fantastic. The men and women who gave their lives from all the countries in World War II. And that's kind of why I'm doing this theme week, these nation weeks. I want to give each and every country their just due. You know what I mean? Because everybody sacrificed so much during World War II. And history tends to repeat itself if it's not remembered. So, that's the goal behind these. And you guys seem to enjoy them as well. Now, we took out the Akatsuki. That's a big deal. Getting him out of here quickly. But you can see I took a third of my health and damage because he decided to shoot me. And he outspotted me, which is unfortunate. But now we're going to go out here. We're going to be a distraction. We're going to get into the base. And then start pulling everybody back. But watch what I do when I get into the base. I don't just sit in the base and watch these guys get closer and closer until they obliterate me. All right, I stay in the base, get these guys flowing back to me, and then I get out of there. My job is done at that point. I managed to pull them back. My team is pushing. My team's getting good crossfires. You see battleships in the center of the map trying to get crossfires. You got destroyers way outside left. And everybody is doing everything right on my team. So I don't really need to do anything crazy. And so that's what we're going to do. Now this Bismarck here is absolutely begging for it, so we go ahead, drop torps on him, and I believe this is where we're going to use our reload booster, because I believe there's an Odin out here that's absolutely begging for it as well, so we go ahead, hit that reload booster for our torpedoes, so that we can have a nice simul strike, or a double strike here, see if we can knock out both these guys. Now we wait to see what his turn's going to be. We figure he'll probably slow down, so we're going to go ahead and launch towards him. Now he's coming right at us. So, I don't want to get detected. We look over at the Bismarck, and I'll be real honest, that looks pretty painful. He's going to take 2 at least, and he does take 2. And then I look back at my Odin, and my Odin takes 2. And is he going to take another one? Nope, just 2. So we get 4 hits there, taking us up to 90,000 damage. We got floods on the Bismarck. He's not going to be able to put that out, unfortunately for him. And the Odin is having a bad day as well. He used his damage control, but it's okay, because we're not long for getting our torps back again. That's the beauty of this ship. We did use our 1 reload booster. We used it really well for once, and down goes Bismarck, up to 114,000, and I guess the Odin is still flooding. The Odin is absolutely still flooding. But we're about to get our torps back, 12 seconds, and then we'll drop some final torps over here on this Odin, see if we can't finish him off. Get him out of here. That's the goal anyway. And again, we figure he's probably going to slow down, so we launch a little ahead and then we launch a little behind just to make sure. And we actually get shot because a teammate is rolling up behind us, unfortunately. Now we are detected, which is not what I want. But we go ahead and start shooting at the Odin. He's got torps on his way. He's not long for this world. And is he going to survive long enough to run into my torps? It sure looks like it. And, come on, baby. We start shooting the guns at the York, and you can see I just get absolutely manhandled here by the Odin. One last desperation shot for him, and he absolutely cleans my clock, taking me down to 5,000 hit points, which is not preferable. But, York is turning all the way back around. We're going to go ahead and open up. Unfortunately, islands there, so those aren't going to do anything. Splash, even if I did hit his ship, it wouldn't matter. But you can see, he goes down. And that leaves 1 destroyer. Now, I'm not one to capture bases. You guys know this. I'm at 127,000 damage done at the moment. I want to find this last destroyer. Now, fun fact, the guy that's actually in this destroyer was a guy that was in a previous match with me, and I was a little bit irritated with him on my team. So I felt real good about trying to find this man and get rid of him. Because he has a habit of just sailing around in circles as far away from everything as possible, dropping torps every time they load. And while I understand it's not effective, and we could have won the match had he participated in a useful manner. So, yeah, this was kind of a nice little revenge streak for me. So, I wasn't sure where he was, so I was basing my heading on his torpedoes, right? So I'm figuring his torpedo, or, you know, I'm figuring he's out here. Look, we've got torps coming from the left. All right, so no big deal. I'm going to turn out, make sure I avoid that torpedo. I'd hate to run into that. And we're going to go right at him. And honestly, I thought that this was the right move. He actually is already past me, and he's heading around the right side of me. So in a moment, you'll see that I actually do that. I turn to the right, and I'm like, okay, clearly he's not over here. So it's time to look a little further to the right. But again, I'm not capping this base. I want to go out here and get this man. So you can see me hitting the horn. That's the attack call right there. That's just straight up. It's like, let's go get them, boys. I'll find them one way or another. And sure enough, you see I'm almost to the edge of the map where my spotting range would be. And torpedoes get launched from my right. So we dodge those. And now it's time to go find this little guy and bring it into him. Bring it into his running around trying to torp from maximum range. Now you can see somebody's pinging the map, and they actually do a pretty good job of locating him. I thought maybe he was going out to the corner because You know, that's what he seems to want to do, is stay as far away from everything as possible. But no, this guy is actually saying that he's over to my right, and he's pretty freaking accurate. Sure enough, we find him. And, hello, Sunshine. My entire team cannot wait to get rid of you. So you are not going to enjoy this. This will not end quickly. You know where that quote comes from? I'll pin you. It should be a pretty easy one for anybody who knows me. But yeah, that quote is from a movie. If you know it, let me know down in the comments below. First person to get it right, I'll pin. But down goes Kagura. We finished the game with 128,000 damage done. And I feel like that was a pretty good start to starting anew. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. What do we end up with, guys? Well, we got some more steel. 128,000 damage, 6 torpedo hits, top of the leaderboard, 2,466 base XP with 3 kills. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.